Hey, for the time being, I think I'll just say hello, keep it brief, just kind of like make a connection. And who knows, I may do it more than once in one day. I'm just kind of feeling it right now. We're in a interesting time that none of us have ever experienced before. And I feel, I do actually physically feel the globality of it. Is that a word? And so my sentiment is to just send out a message and energy of the right word is solidarity, that we're facing this together, and the more of us that can just be on a wave, try to put out a wave of just a connected wave of life to help us get through this thing. I didn't go to the store yesterday. I ended up staying home, but I went out this morning early. And I've had dreams of the scenario that I'm seeing right now in my mind, that it would come to America. I had a sense that I would see this in my lifetime, the sort of scenes that, as an American, I would see in the media from, for example, Russia, when they were having really hard times and people would be fighting over a loaf of bread in a store, and you would go in and look in a store and it would be open and most of the shelves are empty. Well, I went out today and I saw a bit of that. I had to go to 2 stores before I could find some eggs. I already knew that this is what I was going to see, but it's still sobering. I was also sobered by how much movement I see. I don't like the idea of a lockdown at all, but it's not about what I like. I do understand the science in medicine, which is the idea of trying to tamp down the spread. I see the numbers that are coming in daily from Europe, how the numbers just, the way it grows daily, the number who've been infected, the deaths. I'm paying attention to that. It's like this is a real situation. So just want to send a message of peace. I'll be Ringo Starr. We have the same birth date, although years apart. Peace and love, peace and love. And I think Ringo really means that, but at the same time, if I were Ringo, I would probably be like him, with a big scab over my heart to protect myself after all he's been through as a Beatle. But still, he really means those words, peace and love. Something I played last night, I have all kinds of records, I really do. This is a rock and roll, evolution or revolution. And what this is basically a radio show on record. And I forget when this was released. This is old. And what this is it's basically trying to give a history lesson on the beginnings of rock and roll. This looks like this was made like around 1964 or 5. But besides having this disc jockey talk, it plays like many big hits almost all the way through. I mean, In the Still of the Night, 5 Satins, Stay by Maurice Williams, Searching the Coasters, Holly Gully, Check, Rattle and Roll. History lesson. Here, I listened to most of side 1. I know this history from living it, but also studying it. But it was cool to listen to, and this was neat. This is stereo, but it's old style stereo where the announcement is on one channel and the music is all completely on the other channel. This is a trip to listen to last night. Rock and roll, evolution or revolution. I have all kinds of records. All kinds. The other thing I listened to, honestly, last night before going to bed, and I haven't played any records yet today. I've been listening to the radio. and watching the international news regarding the coronavirus internationally. I watch news, several news channels, everything, Australia, Al Jazeera, BBC, Deutsche Welle, France, Sky News, as well as I watch, the online American, all kinds, as well as Democracy Now! And Real News Network and RT. I have to look at all these different sources to put together, some sense of what's really going on, because everyone is giving you a certain amount of misinformation always. But something else I played last night, I thought I was just going to put it on for shits and grins, and I ended up playing quite a bit of this. This is my own album, Sonospheres number 2. Now what brought this up is that a few days ago when I went to Homer's and Drastic and bought some records, I bought back a copy of this from Homer's that was in the markdowns. It's still sealed. It had been there since it came out. This came out, I released this in 2013. Wow, time flies. 7 years ago. So it's just been sitting sealed in the store. They sold a few, but when I brought it up to the counter, and Mike, who owns and runs Homer's, and we go way back, noticed it, and he said, "You're buying your own record?" I said, "Yeah, I can sell this, And he said, "Oh, you have a spot online, a sales spot online?" I said, "No, these are sold out. They're gone." I loved his reaction because it's like, I take pride in who I really am as opposed to who a lot of people think I am. If I allowed myself to just be who I think people around me think I am, I wouldn't like myself, because people project their own stuff onto you all the time. And race has, I haven't said it in a while, have I? I haven't used the word race for a while, have I? But race does come into the picture. I am devalued. I can tell. I mean, I've been living it my entire life. I do all this stuff, and I just know, man, if I was white and had all this stuff that I've been doing, I'd be the mayor of Omaha. Such a double standard, So yeah, his reaction when I said, "Well, man, these have been sold out forever. Man, I can sell this bitch." So I have a sealed copy of this. I'm not even going to try to sell it. I'm just going to sit it in my crate in the kitchen, in my little store in the kitchen. But I listened to this last night, and it was like, this is the green vinyl version. I bought back a red vinyl version. There's red and green vinyl versions of this. This is good. I have several fans, and I can say that because they are fans of my work, who say that this is they think this is my best work. I'm very proud of this album and the process that I had to use to make this. Thankfully, I don't have to do now. I have my, when I made this was very labor intensive. I did not have a sampler. I had to cut and paste on the computer, quite literally, physically, the stuff, and manipulate it, It was a lot of work. It took me quite a while. So that's the other thing I listened to. So let me stop babbling here so this won't be so long, and it can get uploaded in about 2 hours, or maybe less. Yeah, be well, everyone. Be at peace. Get a hold of your monkey mind if you're the sort of person that gets stressed out. Try to understand that the stress is coming from you, from your perception and your processing mentally of things. That's where the stress is coming from. And so, it's not easy, but you can do it. You can change your inner dialogue with yourself so that you're not all freaked out and thinking shit that doesn't help you be all right. We can all do this. It ain't easy, but it's a skill. You can do it. I'm trying to do it. Notice I'm honest. I'm trying to do it.